What is up, guys? My name is Robert Demansky, and welcome to the Broski Adventure Vlog. Looking back at my past couple years in the Philippines, I've realized there's a number of items that I use a lot. Certain daily carry necessities that I thought you may benefit from hearing about should you be planning a trip yourself. So today I'd like to tell you about my 9 Philippines travel essentials. Let's check them out. Number 1, luggage. Obviously, you're going to need some way to carry your stuff whenever you travel anywhere. I'm speaking a little more specifically than that. When I first came to the Philippines, I brought with me 2 main bags. A small, hard-sided suitcase, like this one, and a backpack, like this one. Well, it didn't take me very long, maybe 2 or 3 days, before I was ready to throw that little suitcase right out the window. You'll probably find that you're going to be walking a lot, getting in and out of public transportation. Taxis, tricycles, ferries, planes. So having to constantly drag something along behind you, having something in your hands all the time, can get extremely annoying in a hurry. So unless your plan is to visit a resort, a single resort, and stay there for the duration of your trip, I would recommend ditching the traditional suitcase in favor of a backpack. This is the eBags TSL Motherload, and it has been fantastic. If you follow this channel at all, you may remember that I ride a motorcycle almost full time. So this bag has served as the bed of my pickup truck or the trunk of my car. I've done everything with it. Everything from camping to groceries to you name it. This bag has been very much so used. These bags are available in multiple places online, priced at somewhere between $79 and $150, depending on where you get them. I actually picked this one up secondhand on Marketplace, which is how I came to own this pretty blue version. But they are chock full of very handy features that I have found extremely useful. For starters, visual appeal. This bag has a very timeless, classic design to it. I don't think it's ever a good idea to draw a bunch of attention to yourself while you're traveling. And to me, this bag looks like something you would have seen in high school in the 90s. So you just blend right in. That was very appealing to me when I first started looking at bags. The blue, maybe not so much, but I do believe it's available in I think 5 different colors should you desire a little different flavor. Another thing that I found appealing, while the TSL is expandable and offers plenty of room, it is a carry-on sized bag, so you can take it on the plane with you and put it in the bin, which allows you to avoid all those check bag fees. The last suitcase that I checked, that little black one that I showed you, was almost $70 US. So after doing that 2 or 3 times, the carry-on option becomes very appealing. Something else that I found really cool about this backpack is it doesn't have to be a backpack at all. If we spin it around here, you'll notice our shoulder straps, they come undone. They unclip down here at the bottom, and then you can tuck them inside the zipper pouch, and at that point, you can use one of 3 handles or the included shoulder strap. So you have options. That's pretty cool. Now, even with all this bag's handy little features, most backpacks still have one very big downside. When it comes time to actually use them and get your belongings out, you've got to stick your arm way down inside, pulling everything out just to get to anything. Well, that is why I chose this bag. It doesn't open like a backpack at all. It opens like a suitcase. So you have the best of both worlds, making your life easier and allowing you to stay more organized. Now that is what sold me on this bag. At the end of the day, I would say I'm happy with my purchase. I've had the eBags TSL Motherload for pretty much 2 years now, and I used it almost every day. Miraculously, everything still works. All the zippers still function, there are no rip seams, it's held together very well. which, knowing how hard I've used this bag, is actually very surprising to me. But I highly recommend it. If you are needing a new backpack for traveling or really anything else, I think you can do all right by picking one of these up. They're available all over on the internet. Check them out. But moving on to item number 2. Item number 2. Travel by its very nature implies that you're going to be on the move, hopping around from place to place. Well, if you do this long enough, you'll find that there's sort of a rhythm to things, sort of a routine, things that you do over and over again, such as get checked into a new hotel or hostel every few days, luggage thrown everywhere as you frantically try to get cleaned up from the day so you can go out for the night. Well, there are a number of products available to help you simplify your life and stay organized in situations such as this. One such product is this. This is a hanging trifold toiletry organizer. Now, this isn't branded. There is no name brand. There's nothing fancy or flashy about it. I think I paid $15 on Amazon for this, but they're available in almost any size, shape, and color you can think of. But it's more of the idea behind it that makes it so useful. Now, essentially all this is a hanging zippered pouch. It allows you to take all of your toiletry items and keep them in a central location. So at the end of every day, when you go to shower, you don't have to destroy your luggage looking for your toothpaste. Essentially, it helps you to simplify your routine and make your days that much easier. Very super simple. It's just a hanging pouch you take with you to anywhere you go. All your items are very easily accessible. Doesn't matter if you're in a hotel, hostel, or granny's house. But these I found are incredibly impactful, and I'll continue to use them throughout my travels in the future just because they made a big difference in daily life. But like I said, they're available online in near infinite configurations, price ranges, colors, shapes, sizes. Just give it a look. Hanging toiletry organizer. Pretty big deal. Check them out. Item number 3. Like most guys, over my life, I have had several different types of wallets. Big, small, leather, synthetic, whatever. Well, several years ago, I switched to ultralight wallets, and I've never went back. This is the Chums Surf Shorts Ultralight Wallet. This is my second ultralight wallet. I bought this one about 2 years ago, just before I went to the Philippines, and it has been a fantastic travel companion. There are a number of reasons why I really like this wallet, and I'll buy another one. First of all, it is ultralight, as the name implies. It weighs almost nothing, grams. Additionally, it's very small. It's just slightly larger than a credit card, so it fits in your pocket and you almost forget that it's there on occasion. Additionally, there are 2 main pockets, and both are zippered, which is fantastic. One I use for cash and coins, and the other I will put my IDs and credit cards, debit cards, stuff like that. But with it being zippered, you don't have to worry about those things sliding out in your pocket while you're walking around town or whatever, which is great, as those are things you certainly do not want to lose while you're traveling. Additionally, there is a third pocket on the exterior, which I don't really use, maybe for receipts or something like that. But inside, there is an attached keychain. It's sewn into the wallet. I keep my suitcase key on. But even more useful is I would tie a lanyard on this and wrap around my belt loop. So at that point, you have a near unlosable wallet, which is a very good idea when you're traveling. These are available all over the internet for somewhere between $10 and $15. They're available in at least a dozen colors. Very, very highly recommend these. Like I said, I've had this for over 2 years, and everything is still works perfectly. Even being around salt water, the zippers still function perfectly. It's been a fantastic little wallet, and I will purchase another whenever this one bites the dust. But definitely give them a look. I think you'll have a hard time carrying anything else after you switch to an ultralight wallet. Item number 4 is a water bottle. There's a little more to this one than meets the eye. The Philippines is a tropical country, so therefore it is hot. It's always a good idea to have some sort of drinks with you no matter where you go. And oftentimes I would have 2 of these in my backpack. But this is the Nalgene 1 liter wide mouth water bottle. These are not indestructible, but they are very sturdy water bottles. I've had this one for 6 or 7 years and I still use it on almost a daily basis. Aside from water though, there are a couple other ways I like to use these. Another way that I like to use my water bottle. Instant coffee and powdered juice drinks are incredibly popular in the Philippines. I always keep a few of these in my bag. If you are somebody that has to have your coffee hot, keep in mind that most of your hotels, hostels, restaurants, resorts will have an electric kettle with hot water on tap. Just ask. Instant energy on the go. The last way I like to use my water bottle, instant noodles. It's always a good idea to keep some snacks with you in your bag as you make your way around. And this is specifically why I keep a wide mouth water bottle, not the little ones. I don't know about you, but I start to get a little cranky when I'm tired and hungry. So this little trick has saved me more than once. Additionally, even more importantly, I like to use this tip when I go through airports. This little 20-cent pack of noodles can save you from having to buy that $16 airport sandwich. This tip has saved me a lot. Item number 5. This one may seem a bit obvious, but a power bank. Don't be like me and leave your power bank back at the hotel when you go out for the day. On the island of Bohol, our 4-hour trip to visit the Chocolate Hills turned into a 12+ hour adventure when our phones died, leaving us with no GPS. We didn't make it back to our resort until after midnight, having to rely on local word-of-mouth directions. It's an awesome story now, but at the time it was slightly stressful. Keep your power banks close and keep them charged. Number 6, baby wipes or moist toilettes or whatever you want to call them. It may come as a surprise, but most of Asia is not real big on toilet paper. So unless you're willing to adapt to the local techniques, you may consider keeping one of these close by. Additionally, it may surprise you how dirty you get just traveling about. Just the dust in the air, the road grime, whatever. So it's real nice to be able to wash off your hands and face throughout the day as you make your way around. I always keep a bag of these pretty close by. Number 7 is a bandana. A simple square of cloth, a handkerchief. I've been doing this for years, long before I came to the Philippines, but I found it very useful here. One, because there are many unpaved dirt roads, so when you're out traveling around, riding your motorcycle or your scooter or whatever, it's very dusty. So I use it often as a mask when I'm out riding around. Additionally, it's very hot, so having something simple like this to simply wipe the sweat from your face is really nice. There are near infinite uses for a simple bandana. Wrapping your sunglasses before you put it in your bag, it's endless. I've been doing this for a very long time and I think it's a good habit to be in. Item number 8, a travel towel. Being in the Philippines means that you almost inevitably end up on a beach swimming somewhere. A simple travel towel really is almost a necessity. This is another one of those items that comes in near infinite configurations, size, shape, colors, and they're super cheap too. I think I paid 15 bucks for this. But being made of microfiber, they're incredibly absorbent, like a sponge, which allows them to be very small, light, and compact. They can fit almost anywhere. This is something that I seriously wouldn't visit the Philippines without. It'll make a very big difference in your trip. And number 9, last but certainly not least, is, drum roll please, sunscreen. This is real advice. The southern tip of the Philippines sits right at 4 degrees latitude. Compare that to the southern tip of the US that sits at 25 degrees latitude. You really can't get much closer to the sun. I know myself personally, I will have a sunburn in less than an hour just being out and about. So do yourself a favor and take this advice. The last thing you want is to spend your holiday stuck in your hotel room with second-degree burns. They do, of course, have sunscreen in the Philippines. It is available, but should you choose to bring your own, remember to bring the small travel-size bottles. I think the airport security takes great pleasure in confiscating your oversized bottles. Well guys, that is it for today. These 9 items I found useful enough that I keep them with me almost daily. And I thought you may find this information useful when you plan your next vacation. If you found value in this video, give me that big thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If you happen to have any questions or comments, post those down below. I'd love to hear what items you carry when you travel. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.